Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel, and thanks for joining me for another video. So today I will be doing a flip through of quarter one in my catch-all planner. This is my at-home planner and a planner that I will archive at the end of the year. So I will not be going over any decor or any inserts that I am using. If you are interested in any of that, I will link some older videos that I have in which I go into detail about the deco and the inserts that I'm using. I am currently in this beautiful Poi and Hun agenda cover. I don't remember the exact color of this planner. Excuse me. However, it is this beautiful croc leather, and it is kind of like a pinkish purplish color. We are going to go straight into my inbox section. I don't know how many of you guys do goal planning or plan quarterly, but I do like to try to set goals for each quarter, and I was using the getting things done method in my inbox section, and I broke it down according to category. My categories are for me, my family, my household, and my business. And so I just jotted down as I think of them, things that I want to accomplish, and as I do them I will highlight them. So everything you see here in purple I have accomplished. I got about half the things that I wanted to do for the family done, and a little less than half for the household. I am not going to show the business items, but I did get everything done off of that list. Next, we're going to go through the personal section, which is just my TBR list. And I haven't really gotten through too many of that list. I have found that for whatever reason I have not been able to finish books. My interest in them lately has just been slow, so I'm not going to really pressure myself about getting the TBR done. It'll get done when it gets done, because reading should be fun. So let's switch to my self-care section. And this is where I keep a lot of my trackers. So I have this tracker here for January, and this has my morning routine, self-care routine, which is just my fasting hours and some games that I've been playing on a Nintendo Switch. I've also been monitoring headaches and when I take pills for my headaches, pain pills, and then my PM routine. So it was a fail in January as far as waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. I did really good with my weigh-ins, my HRVs, halfway decent with my workout trackers, and then my sleeping log was decent. I got an average of 7 to 8 hours a night for sleeping. And yeah, my PM routine definitely needs some work. The hydration, my goal is to drink water as soon as I wake up every morning, but I think I did it one time the entire month of January. I really suck at doing that. I might in the future for quarter two just take it completely off my list, because I just don't follow it. The first thing I drink every morning is my coffee, and I enjoy it. And I know that they say you should have water right away to jumpstart your metabolism and all that, but it's just not for me. Okay, so February I did a lot better with my morning routine, and I actually did take off the water here, which was great, so it looks a lot nicer. I like when it has a lot of the check marks. However, my sleep was terrible. Yeah, I got a lot of nights of less than 6 hours or less than 7 hours of sleep, and I try to let 7 hours be my minimum, and 9 being the maximum. So I like to be around between 7 and 9 hours sleep a night. My fasting is just kind of all over the place, and then my PM routine for February really did pick up. I don't know how many people set like quarterly goals, but I find it really useful to not just set them, but then at the end of that quarter to go back and review it, and then that way if you need to tweak some things, if things aren't working for you. Just like the hydration wasn't working for me, I took it out for the month of February, but I did attempt to do it again in March. which I did better in March than I did in January, but it's still not great. But yeah, it looks better than it did in January, but I think going forward, I'm just not going to have that at all on my morning routine. I have decided that I will stop drinking coffee after 9 a.m. and start my hydration from there, because I was finding that I was pushing drinking water until way later in the day. And I think that was another issue that was disturbing my sleep, because I was guzzling so much water towards the latter part of the day that I was waking up in the middle of the sleep, in the middle of the night, to use the restroom. So my sleep in March was even worse. I mean, I had a lot of 5 and 6 hours sleep, only 2 nights of 8 hours sleep. Not too bad with the 7 hours, but I feel like it got worse compared to January. Again, my PM routine isn't the best, so I know that going into quarter 2, that is something that I definitely want to focus on, and maybe even change the things that I want to do at night, change those items for my PM routine. So I did start my April 1st, which is for quarter 2, but I haven't yet filled this out. I do have it written somewhere else, so I do have the information for this. I just haven't moved it over into this planner yet. I do have it in my everyday planner, which is, I just carry a, or is that what they call it? Everyday carry. So it's a smaller planner that I carry in my purse, and that information will eventually, or the information that I plan on archiving, eventually gets moved into this planner. February, I was tracking no soda, no eating out, and no sweets, and I did absolutely horrible with those three. If you can see, March was a little better. I was doing no eating out, no snacking, and no sweets. My heart rate variability tracking was pretty good in January and February. March, I fell off of it. And then I also have it color coded. So blue, I think yellow means, it's kind of like the stop sign, really. Yellow just kind of means proceed with caution. Green means I'm good to go, I'm golden. And I don't even remember what blue was, actually, because I did switch HRV devices. I was using a heart rate strap-on monitor in January, and then in the middle of February, where you see it changed to the percentages, I started tracking it on my watch. So that's, I can't remember what blue for that particular device meant, but I know for the device that I'm currently using, green means I'm good to go, which is the 98, 99%, 88%, and then the yellow is the lower, excuse me, the 50, 60% areas. Excuse me. So then also tracking my weight, which was pretty consistent in January. It started off good, and then it climbed up, got it back down, and at the end of March, I was able to drop a total of 5 pounds compared to what I started with in January 1st. Okay, I had to go get some water to kind of help my throat, but I am back. So that is my weight section. Next, I have steps. I keep track using a fitness watch of all the steps that I did in a day, and I just highlight the ones with I make over 10,000 steps. So here is a list of my workouts, and I highlight in blue on the days that I ran, and in green if I did any sort of strength training. And you will see that there was some double workouts on certain days where I have weights, and I did run on those days. So January started off slow. I was still preparing or training for my full marathon, which is 26.2 miles, and I did do that, I believe, on February 4th was the day of the race. Yeah, and then I took 1 week off. And if I have large gaps on these, I do like to put the reason why and highlight it, so just for when I am reflecting back, I know why there's no information in there, if you know, if a week or more is missing. So yeah, I took a week off and then I slowly started running again. And then I went into a running streak, which started on March 21st and I'm sorry, February 21st and went all the way through March. Next, I have the miles that I ran, and these are highlighted according to indoor miles, miles ran on a treadmill, or outdoor miles, miles ran on the road. So if I ran outside, it's highlighted in blue, and if I ran on my treadmill, it is highlighted in orange. And then I put the total mileage at the bottom here. So as you can see, my mileage has been pretty low, especially since I was on a running streak and coming off of a marathon training cycle. So I was keeping it relatively low. So January was 46 miles, February 52 miles, and then March was 42 miles. Okay, so as far as my cleaning trackers go, I've been doing pretty decent in some areas. So everything on this list is not to be done weekly. There are some things that are done daily, some done weekly, some that are done bi-weekly, but this is just trying to keep me on task so I don't overlook one item in particular, like my walls. I hate cleaning my walls, but I have not done them in a few weeks, so I do know that that is something that I definitely need to get done in the first part of quarter two, like as soon as possible. It's something that I need to work on. My goals section, let's see what I have in there. I don't think I have anything that I can really show. Oh, well, I did organize my closet, which was great. I still need to finish it. I didn't get through it again completely. I do still want to organize my books and the miscellaneous items that are on the shelves. Again, my business stuff I did really good with. Let's see, and then I have these weekly reviews, which I was not really consistent on. I did a weekly review for the first week of January, the second week of January, the third week, the fourth week, and then I didn't do it again until week 9, 10, and 11. And then I only did a monthly review for March, but I really do like doing these weekly reviews because they really help by the time that I'm ready to do my quarter one, like at the end of the quarter one, and try to review and reassess what worked and didn't work. These are really good to help me decide what worked and what didn't work and what I need to change. And the same with the monthly. So the goal is to do one every week. So I pull out my weekly section from my planner and look to see how much items that I got done off of my to-do list, the important things, go through my trackers and see which goals I hit, and then I'll fill this out. And then at the end of the month, pull out the weekly reviews and use that information to help me fill out the monthly reviews. So that is how that is supposed to work, but as you know, that just doesn't always happen. Here is just kind of like a little fun thing that I started doing last year, 2022. I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to continue it this year. It's really not goal related, but it is just something fun that I like to do, and it is a really good way to use up your stickers. So this is just a sticker a day. I picked something that day that I did. It's usually not anything of great significance. Like on the 4th, I went to bed early. I wasn't feeling well that day. I filmed and edited video that day. So just random miscellaneous things. And I just put a sticker there and it looks pretty and it makes me happy. So that is quarter one. Then we're going to go into my monthlies. And I've been playing around a lot with deco more. Like the first quarter that I did, I think last year, I didn't really use too many stickers and washies, but I am trying to shop my stash. I did purchase a lot of stickers and washi when I first started off planning, and I still have that stuff left. I don't have like a crazy amount, but I do have a decent amount, and because it's not something that I find I'm really geared to using a lot, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and use it up, and then I won't need to rebuy or replenish, but I don't want it to go to waste. So that is what's happening here. Then when I go into my weeks, I am no longer doing this. I only did it for the first, I was using these weekly fold out. I think I only used it for the month of January. Let's see, week 6. So I used it for the first 6 weeks, and then I just stopped because it was feeling a bit repetitive. And then I had, while I was using those weeklies, I was doing dailies, in which I just kind of had a running to-do list. My schedule here, I used a lot of stamping and little stickers. I was tracking my meals, my hydration, and the weather. And as I got things done off of my to-do list, I would highlight them. So if I see something that is not highlighted, I know that that is an item that I just did not get to. So that is pretty, I mean, it's pretty consistent. Yeah, I'm just using some little stamps. That's pretty much how I planned the whole month of January. And I know at some point, I want to say it was February, I did switch from dailies. Yep, I did switch from dailies to weeklies. I am back in these week on 2 pages. I do use printables. That's just my preference, is to print and cut my own instead of, you know, buying them and having them sent to you cut and punched already. But yeah, I'm still trying to use up some of the stickers and washi here. I have my schedule here, and then my running to-do list at the bottom. So that's kind of how I was using this. The same as the dailies, but this portion, the top portion is the schedule, and the bottom portion is the to-do list. So just using up all my stuff. I really like having this stamp here, and then just highlighting the week that we're in. Week 11 and week 12, 13. I really like this color. I purchased I think it's like a 24 pack of the mouth liners from Sam's Club for a really good price, and I've just really been trying to play with all the different colors. But yeah, that's it for quarter 1 in my catch-all planner. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and happy planning.